What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Life So Crazy. It's the Vongola Boss here. So today we're talking about Matt Rife, who is now the latest comedian getting canceled for doing his job. And this cancellation attempt is being led largely by his female audience. Now, for most comedians, experiencing a cancellation campaign over your material might as well be a rite of passage. That shows you have the balls to push the envelope and, dare I say, make people laugh about sensitive and taboo topics. If you're a comic who hasn't faced mass cancellation, you're probably pretty safe. And ain't no shame in your game, but some people like jokes with a little bit of spice to them. A little ruffling of the feathers never hurt nobody. That is, if you're not perpetually offended by everything. If that's you, I recommend this place. They got good sets on Thursdays. Anyway, ruffling some feathers is what Matt Rife chose to do to start his Netflix special called Natural Selection, as he wanted to set the record straight and change a narrative. He said, and I quote, "One of the biggest misconceptions of things I get ridiculed online for is people are like, oh, he only has a female fan base. In the beginning, yes, because I did blow up on TikTok, which is very female dominant, so I get that perspective. But when you come to the shows, I mean, it's 50-50. It's couples coming out. It's groups of dudes who are coming."
Pause.
And that's one thing I wanted to tackle in this special, was showing people that, like, despite what you think about me online, I don't pander my career to women. I would argue this special is way more for guys. So Matt Rife, in an effort to show his allegiance to the bros, put on the infamous cowl of misogyny and start off his special with this joke.
And here we go.
I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. A full black eye. And it wasn't like, what happened? It was pretty obvious what happened. And we couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company? Like, this is who you have greeting people? And my boy who I was with was like, yeah, I feel bad for her, man. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face, And I was like, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
And Matt had some other jokes taking digs at astrology girls, which I'm all for, because I refuse to give any oxygen to those goofy conversations. I did go ahead and check out some other clips from the special, and I gotta be honest,
it's definitely a no for me, dog.
A lot of them jokes were not hitting, not in the slightest. His crowd work is his bread and butter, no question about it. But then a plethora of women who had a crush on him went on TikTok claiming that the special removed the wool from their eyes, crying about how these type of jokes are never okay, and how he's perpetuating and contributing to the spread of domestic violence.
You serious?
And oh my gosh, people. Maybe you laughed at it, maybe you didn't. Either way, tighten up. You can make jokes about sensitive topics without diminishing the gravity of it. But I get it, if you're easily influenced as the average TikToker is, you probably would be concerned of people reading too deep into a joke. Either way, as the criticism and complaints grew and Matt Rife started to trend, he chose to double down in, quite frankly, a really wild way. Mans posted a story on his Instagram saying, "If you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's a link to my official apology." These fans of his were foaming at the mouth for an apology that would satiate their hurt feelings. So imagine their surprise when the link they were sent to led to a website selling helmets for the special needs.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Nah, this the one. Standing on business. You gotta respect it. The only thing I'll say on Matt Rife is, why did he feel the need to change the perception that he quote-unquote pandered to women? I know he went on record and said this: "I wanted to make this special for everybody. I pride myself on making my comedy for everybody. It's not a specific demographic. I think if people would just give it the chance without going into it and being like, oh, only girls like him, or people only like his face. If you give it an opportunity, I think you'd like it. I get wanting your legacy to be more than just being a funny guy women thirst over. But in my opinion, if appealing to women ain't broke, don't fix it. From clips on podcasts that he's guest featured on, I got a general sense of who Matt Rife was, because game recognized game, and Matt Rife looked very familiar. I'm just looking at this from a financial lens. Is it worth it angering your female base and trying to target a different demographic? Because for a lot of people and businesses, it doesn't work out as well as they would have hoped. The Marvels, which is on pace to become the worst grossing movie in the history of the MCU, is a prime example of that. If you know who butters your bread, why go elsewhere? Like me personally, if I lacked dignity and had a nefarious character, I for sure would be pandering to women. That is easy money, y'all. 2 letters, easy. You know how many dudes I see on the internet telling women what they want to hear and getting paid big bags for it? I just think it's ill-advised to upset your core demographic in favor of another that's going to need more convincing, which I don't know how most guys feel about Matt Rife. He alright to me. All I know is if you can garner a large amount of female simps, you can get paid. But honestly, I think Matt will be alright. Today alone, I saw women on the timeline thirsting over a man doing life for catching bodies too. Hybristophilia, some nasty work, I tell you. If women are out here asking how they can pay a felon conjugal visits, you'll be alright with a joke about a black eye. But anyway, let's check out what the people had to say about this foolishness. Comedians publicly slagging Matt Rife are just embarrassing. You'd all suck every drop of out of his huevos if it meant he came on your podcast. For the same reason Netflix gave him a special. Views. Like it or not, he's massive and self-built. Be sound. Keep it to WhatsApp. Somebody else said, if your career is built off of flirting with women in your audience and mediocre crowd work, maybe don't tell sexist jokes and ableist jokes. For comedians, backlash is free PR. Nah, that's facts. Streisand effect here on display. This one's crazy. Alternative take. Comedian helps special needs company by promoting their product to viewers of his comedy special. Matt Rife really upset some people, huh? I know. A horrible person, ain't he? Then doubled down with the apology. Good. There needs to be people who don't fold. Then all this performative outrage and cancel nonsense stops. I don't get offended by jokes, but Matt Rife's women should be in the kitchen, and if they aren't, we should beat them bit feels like early 2000s Dane Cook / I hate my nag of a wife boomer comedy. It's 2023. Women should be cooking jokes are unoriginal and unfunny. I don't know about that last part. I've seen people get creative. And this right here is the comment of the day. Keep your chin up, Matt Rife. They don't want to see a black man win.
I beg your pardon?
If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And drop a comment down below. I want to hear what y'all got to say about this foolishness. Check out the 2 videos showing up on the screen to see more Life So Crazy. It's been the Vongola Boss, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Damn, like crazy. Damn, like